Ever find yourself kind of debating between should I hit the gym or should I grab a drink with friends? I know I have.
Yeah.
You guys asked for a deep dive into how alcohol impacts your fitness goals, specifically muscle growth.
hmm
And we've got some fascinating research to unpack, some
Yes.
from as recently as like this year.
It's a question that comes up all the time, and the science behind it is surprisingly complex.
So let's cut through the noise and get you those clear, actionable insights that you're looking for.
Right.
We've got a stack of articles and studies to pull from, ready to dive in.
Absolutely. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room.
Mm.
Alcohol is technically a toxin.
A toxin. I mean, I know it's not exactly like, health food,
Right.
but that sounds pretty serious.
Well, from a metabolic perspective, it is. Unlike those protein shakes you're probably downing for gains, your body doesn't prioritize utilizing alcohol for energy or building blocks.
Oh,
Instead, its first-order business is to neutralize it.
so that means all those other processes like, torching fat and building muscle get put on hold.
Precisely.
Whoa.
Imagine this. You crush a workout. Your muscles are primed for growth. But your body is too busy dealing with that post-workout beer to focus on repair and growth.
Oh,
Not exactly ideal for maximizing those gains.
that makes a lot of sense. But how exactly does alcohol mess with muscle growth on a deeper level?
One of the key mechanisms is through its impact on muscle protein synthesis, or MPS.
Okay.
See, after a workout, your body uses MPS to repair those tiny tears in muscle fibers and build new, stronger tissue.
Right. MPS is like the construction crew for those muscle gains.
Exactly. And research has found that alcohol can significantly reduce MPS. One study even found a 37% decrease in MPS after a workout when alcohol was consumed.
Wow, 37%. That's a significant chunk of potential gains just wiped out. It's almost like hitting the gym and then telling your body, nah, just kidding. Don't bother building muscle today.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Essentially, those muscle-building proteins are ready to work, but get sidelined while your body focuses on processing the alcohol. And it doesn't stop there. We also have to consider the impact of dehydration.
Right. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it makes you pee more. But how does that tie into muscle growth and recovery?
Well, even mild dehydration can significantly reduce your strength and endurance during a workout. Remember that feeling of being weaker or more sluggish after a night out?
Mm-hmm.
That's likely dehydration playing a role.
I know, I've definitely experienced that. It's like my muscles are just tired.
And it's not just about feeling weak during your workout. Dehydration also hinders your body's ability to recover effectively afterwards.
Oh.
Those electrolytes you lose through increased urination, they're crucial for muscle function and repair.
So we've got alcohol slowing down our metabolism, disrupting muscle protein synthesis, and dehydrating us. It's already a pretty compelling case against hitting the bar right after leg day, but I have a feeling there's more to the story, right?
You're absolutely right. These effects are significant. But alcohol's impact runs even deeper. Let's explore how it affects the crucial hormonal balance in our bodies.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hormones, I'm guessing we're talking about testosterone and growth hormone here.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the all-stars when it comes to building muscle and getting lean, right?
You got it.
Mm.
These hormones play a crucial role in muscle growth, strength gains, and even fat burning. But here's the catch. Alcohol doesn't exactly play nice with them.
Yeah, I was thinking that might be the case. So what does the research say about the specifics? How much of an impact are we talking?
Well, studies show that alcohol can lower testosterone levels by up to 23%.
Oh, wow.
That's a pretty significant drop, especially if you're working hard to optimize your fitness.
23%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not insignificant. And what about growth hormone? Does alcohol affect that too?
It does, and the impact is even more dramatic. Research indicates that alcohol can reduce growth hormone production by a staggering 70%.
Wow, 70%. That's a huge hit. It seems like alcohol is working against us on so many levels here. It's not just hindering muscle growth, it's also potentially messing with our ability to shed fat.
Exactly. If you're aiming for that lean, muscular physique, having these key hormones suppressed is a major obstacle. And speaking of fat loss, that's another area where alcohol throws a wrench in the works.
Right. We touched on how our bodies prioritize metabolizing alcohol over burning fat, but I'd love to explore that further.
Absolutely. As we mentioned, your body sees alcohol as a toxin that needs to be neutralized quickly. So when you drink, your body essentially puts a temporary hold on burning fat and redirects its energy towards metabolizing the alcohol first.
So those calories from the alcohol are just hanging out, waiting to be stored as fat while our bodies are busy dealing with the toxin.
Well, it's not quite that simple. but you're on the right track. The key takeaway is that alcohol disrupts the fat-burning process. Studies have shown that fat oxidation, which is essentially the process of burning fat for energy, can be decreased by as much as 73% for up to 24 hours after drinking alcohol.
Wait, 24 hours. So even if you just have a couple of drinks on a Saturday night, your body could be struggling to burn fat efficiently all day Sunday.
That's right. Think of it like this. You're working hard to stoke your body's fat-burning furnace, and then alcohol comes along and throws a wet blanket on it.
That's a great analogy. So we've got disrupted metabolism, hindered muscle growth, dehydration, and now hormonal imbalances that make it harder to build muscle and burn fat. Alcohol really seems to be hitting us from all angles here.
And we're not done yet. There's one more crucial aspect of fitness that we need to address: sleep.
Ah, yes, sleep, the holy grail of recovery and muscle growth. And I'm guessing alcohol doesn't exactly promote restful slumber.
Unfortunately not. We all know that alcohol can disrupt sleep, but what many people don't realize is how that disruption impacts our fitness goals. During deep sleep, our bodies release growth hormone, repair muscle tissue, and build new proteins. It's like a nightly renovation crew for your muscles.
That sounds pretty important for anyone hitting the gym regularly.
It is. But when we drink alcohol, it reduces the amount of deep sleep we get, meaning those crucial repair processes are compromised. We wake up feeling groggy, and our muscles miss out on that crucial recovery time.
So that groggy feeling after a night of drinking isn't just a hangover, it's our bodies telling us they missed out on some serious repair work.
Exactly. And to add insult to injury, alcohol also increases cortisol production.
Isn't cortisol the stress hormone? The one that's known for breaking down muscle tissue?
That's the one. So not only are we missing out on the muscle-building benefits of deep sleep, but we're also increasing the hormone that breaks down muscle. It's a double whammy for anyone trying to maximize their fitness gains.
Okay, so it's pretty clear by now that alcohol and serious fitness goals don't exactly go hand in hand. But I'm sure a lot of listeners, myself included, are wondering if there's any wiggle room here. Can we enjoy a drink without completely sabotaging our progress? I mean, I'm not looking for a free pass to, indulge every night. But I'm curious if there's a way to find a balance here. Can we enjoy a drink or two without completely derailing our fitness goals?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's a complex one with no easy answers. Everyone's tolerance and recovery abilities are different, and individual factors like genetics, body composition, training intensity, and overall health play a significant role.
So it's not as simple as saying you can have X drinks per week and still make progress.
Exactly. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. What we can do is look at the general patterns that emerge from the research when we compare light, moderate, and heavy drinking.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's break it down. What does the research say about light drinking? Maybe like a drink or two per week.
In those cases, the research suggests that the impact on muscle growth and fat loss might be minimal, especially for individuals who are consistently training hard, eating a balanced diet, and prioritizing recovery.
So for someone who enjoys, the occasional glass of wine with dinner or a beer on the weekend,
Right.
it's not necessarily a deal breaker for their fitness goals.
Right. At that level of consumption, testosterone levels don't typically see a significant change. Sleep quality remains relatively unaffected, and the body can usually manage the metabolic shift without hindering progress too much.
That's reassuring for those of us who enjoy a drink here and there. But what happens when we start moving into moderate drinking territory, say 3 to 5 drinks per week?
That's when we start to see some noticeable downsides. Recovery from workouts might slow down, the risk of muscle loss increases, and fat burning takes a hit. We also see slight dips in testosterone levels, and sleep quality, particularly that crucial REM sleep, can be negatively affected.
So it's a bit of a sliding scale. The more frequent the drinking, the more pronounced those negative impacts become.
Precisely. And when we get into the heavy drinking category, which is generally defined as, 6 or more drinks per week,
Okay.
the research paints a pretty bleak picture for those pursuing serious fitness goals.
I can imagine. What kind of impacts are we talking about at that level of consumption?
Muscle growth is significantly hampered. Fat burning is essentially put on hold for extended periods. Testosterone levels take a major hit, and sleep disruption becomes a chronic issue. It's like constantly throwing roadblocks in the path of your fitness journey.
It sounds like heavy drinking is pretty incompatible with building muscle, losing fat, and optimizing overall fitness.
That's the takeaway. The research clearly shows that frequent and excessive alcohol consumption creates a physiological environment that's very counterproductive to achieving those goals.
Right. So it comes down to awareness, understanding the trade-offs, and making informed choices based on your individual goals and priorities. If you're serious about making those gains and prioritizing your fitness, you might want to reconsider that nightly happy hour routine.
Absolutely. And it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian for personalized advice. They can help you assess your individual needs and make choices that align with your overall health and fitness aspirations.
Well, this deep dive has been incredibly insightful. It's amazing how much research is out there highlighting the often overlooked impacts of alcohol on our bodies.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the calories, it's about how alcohol fundamentally affects our metabolism, hormones, muscle growth, fat burning, and recovery.
It's a topic that deserves more attention, especially in the fitness community.
Right.
We often focus on diet and exercise,
Right.
but alcohol can be a silent saboteur of progress.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive and for sharing your expertise. Listeners, we hope you found this information helpful and empowering as you navigate your own fitness journeys. Remember, knowledge is power. And by understanding how alcohol impacts our bodies, we can make informed choices that support our goals. Cheers to your health and fitness success.